Good morning students. Today I will teach very important topic of class 9th physics, that is graphical representation of motion. So in this I will explain from the textbook only. The theoretical part will be from the textbook and I will explain both in English and Hindi. Okay. Graphs provide a convenient method to present basic information about a variety of events. Graphs are used to represent a number of information. Suppose here this graph is representing on one of the axis. Suppose x-axis this is and this is y-axis. On x-axis if we will represent time and if we will represent here distance. So it is like in short representation of a huge data or large number of data. Suppose if a person starts traveling from 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 15 minutes, and here whatever distance he has covered, it should also, the unit should also be mentioned here, like kilometer and time unit. Always with the kilometer, R unit goes times unit R will do. Okay, so R will be written here. So it's like 5 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours. So here it will be like 100 kilometers. We will start from, wait a minute, we will start from 50 kilometers, then 100, then 150. Okay, so here the units are kilometer. So if a person starts his journey and he will cover the distance in 5 kilometer distance, 50 kilometer distance he will cover in 5 hours. So it will be 5 kilometer per hour, that distance will be. Okay. So it will proceed like this and the graph will be like if he cover 5 minutes in he will cover 50 kilometer distance in 5 hours. So the point will reach here. And again if he will proceed, goes on proceeding, if he will reach in 100 kilometers in 10 hours, then these both points will meet here. Okay, somewhat here. And 15 hours he will cover the distance 150. Okay, so here we will get a plot of the graph, straight line graph. Okay, so this is a straight line graph we got of the following information. Okay, so graph is considered as a very easy and typical method of representing some data. It is used in maths and all the field of science as well. Okay, so for example, in the telecast of a one-day cricket match, vertical bar graphs shows the run rate of a team in each over. In this book, it is written like we can represent the cricket match data in the bar graphs also. Bar graphs are drawn in such a way. Like we will represent the data in the forms of these bars. Okay, so we'll write here whatever units, like run we'll write here, and how many wickets or overs. We will write the overs here and run here. So this will be the data of the following example. Okay, so this is also one of the method of representing data. As you have studied in mathematics, a straight line graph helps in solving a linear equations having two variables. This is also a straight line graph, and you people might have studied in your maths class that we can represent linear straight line graph for linear equations in one variable and two variables. Okay, so to describe the motion of an object we can use line graph. For what is our topic? Graphical representation of motion. Motion is very important topic. Okay, so this we have to study. So for representing motion of an object we can use line graph. We can use line. This is also a motion, and wicket run next graph, this is also a motion. So in both the cases we have to use the line graph. Okay. In this case the line graph shows dependence of one physical quantity such as distance or velocity on the other quantities such as time. So our next explanation is also explained from this graph, like we will represent the data of motion in a straight line. How we can represent? Like distance is represented on one side and its opposite side we will represent the time. Okay, So this is like rough idea, just an introduction about the graphical form. This is a graph. Representation means we are representing it, we are showing it in the different forms of graph. Okay, and motion. Here the object is going from one place to another in particular period of time. Okay. Related to this topic, now I will explain the next topic. The particular graph I will explain. Okay, the particular graph is distance time graph. Okay, so first topic within this topic is distance time graph. Okay, the change in the position of an object with time can be represented on the distance time graph adopting a convenient scale of choice. Okay, so what we will represent in this change in the position of an object is changing its position from one point to another. He is keep on moving, that is change in position with time. And here we have represented already, here we in the previous topic I have represented here time, so here we will represent time in hours. Okay, on the distance time graph, as the name suggests, distance time, so here the distance and here on the one axis there will be time. So in both the axes we will represent distance time graph for the motion of an object, and this is very convenient method to represent motion of any object. Okay, in this graph time is taken along the x-axis. What is taken? Time. Here it is x-axis. This is x-axis, and y on the y-axis what we have taken? Distance. Okay, so clear. And now we will proceed. X-axis and distance is along the y-axis. Distance time graph can be employed under various conditions where objects move with uniform speed, non-uniform speed, remains at rest, etc. Okay, so what it is written over here, distance time graph is employed for what? It is employed for what information this distance time graph is showing? It is showing the objects move with whatever object is moving. See, this object is moving with which type of speed? Uniform speed. Because what is uniform speed? I have explained you already, like whatever object covers a distance in equal interval of time and it covers equal distance. There should be particular difference between the distances and the particular same distance, same time duration differences between the distance covered. So that object is in the uniform motion. Okay, so we have already studied what is uniform, non-uniform motion. Speed remains at rest, and speed will remains at rest. Speed won't change in uniform and non-uniform motion. Okay, so in the book 8.3 graph is given, figure is given, distance time graph of an object moving with uniform speed. Okay, this object is moving with uniform speed. On the one side, on x-axis time, if time is given, the unit of time, minute is mentioned over here, and distance unit, kilometer is mentioned. So in 20 minutes our object covers 10 kilometer distance, and in 40 minutes it covers approx 35 kilometer distance, and in the 60 minutes it will cover, the object will cover 40 minutes, 40 kilometer distance. Okay, so this is the uniform speed graph. Okay, this is clear to all the students?
Yes, ma'am.
We know that when an object travels equal distance in equal intervals of time, it moves with uniform speed. We already knew the graph is, did you understand this topic? Distance time graph?
Yes, ma'am.
The figure is given over there in the book in figure 8.3. It's like this only, the figure is same, and that is true for uniform speed. And uniform speed is usually represented, how it is represented? It is like object travels equal distance in equal intervals of time. So two basic conditions are required over here: equal distance, and the second, this is first condition, and this is equal interval of time. Equal interval of time. Okay, so time will also be in equal interval. Both the units are described. So this is for uniform speed. We already studied this. This shows that the distance traveled by the object is directly proportional to time taken, and it is represented like this. If we will represent in the mathematical form, like distance is directly proportional. This is the sign of directly proportional to the speed, to the time taken. Okay, whatever time an object takes. And if we will represent the distance with d and time with t, so this will be the equation for distance is, means distance is directly proportional to time. Like distance कब बढ़ रहा है, जब time भी बढ़ रहा है. Okay, here the time will be 5 hours, then 10 hours, then 15 hours. And in the book, if the time will be 20 minutes, then 40 minutes, then 60 minutes. तो टाइम जैसे जैसे टाइम बढ़ रहा है वैसे वैसे डिस्टेंस भी बढ़ रहा है, और इक्वल प्रोपोर्शंस में बढ़ रहा है, तो वो हो जाएगा यूनिफॉर्म स्पीड. और अगर जब इक्वल इंटरवल ऑफ टाइम में नहीं बढ़ेगा तो देन इट विल बी नॉन यूनिफॉर्म स्पीड. ओके, रैंडमली कभी डिस्टेंस अगर 50 किलोमीटर्स है तो 2 आवर्स में कवर कर लिया है, फिर 100 किलोमीटर्स को 6 आवर्स में कवर कर लिया, तो दिस विल बी sorry, non-uniform motion. Okay, got it?
Yes, ma'am.
This shows the thus for uniform speed, a graph of distance traveled against the time is a straight line. Graph of distance against the time is a straight line. Okay, so it is represented in the figure. The portion OB of the graph shows that OB, and in the graph they have given the naming for all the points. So you have already seen OB is the, what it will represent, so distance is increasing in uniform rate. Means suppose whatever time is increasing, distance is also increasing. So distance is increasing with uniform rate. Okay, OB represents this. Okay, so OB is completed. Note that you can also use the term uniform velocity in place of uniform speed if you take the magnitude of displacement equal to the distance travelled by the object along the y-axis. We can use the term uniform velocity also in place of speed whenever we will use the magnitude. Magnitude use करेंगे. मैग्नीट्यूड मीन्स क्या उसका आकार है, कितना पोर्शन वो कवर कर रहा है, किस तरीके से, तो उसके लिए यूनिफॉर्म वेलोसिटी वर्ड भी यूज किया जा सकता है. ओके, वी कैन यूज द डिस्टेंस टाइम ग्राफ टू रिप्रेजेंट द स्पीड ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट. डिस्टेंस टाइम ग्राफ को इस यूनिफॉर्म स्पीड के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं. डिस्टेंस टाइम ग्राफ को किन किन चीजों के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं, और क्या क्या चीजें डिटरमाइन कर सकते हैं डिस्टेंस टाइम ग्राफ से? यूनिफॉर्म वेलोसिटी. ओके, and we can determine speed also from this. Okay, so distance, whenever the distance is increasing, like both the quantities are equal, like it is also in the same proportion, d is also is the numerator, there is no denominator for them, and t is also in the numerator. Means whenever distance is increasing, time is also increasing. Means both the quantities are equal to each other. Means there will be directly proportional sign will also be represented like equal sign. Okay, got it? So distance time graph is used for determining uniform speed, number one, uniform velocity, and speed also we can determine from this. Okay, draw a line parallel to the x-axis from point A. And now the graph is further extended in the book, and a line is drawn from A point towards the B point. Okay, from the x-axis, and another line parallel to y-axis, और दूसरी लाइन को y-axis के पैरेलली ड्रॉ किया गया है फ्रॉम B पॉइंट से. ओके, So both the lines are drawn from A and B points. These two lines meet each other at point C to form a triangle, and they will form a triangle ABC as represented in the figure. It is a right angle triangle. Whenever we will draw a line, we will extend A from A point, we will extend from B point, so it will be like a triangle, small triangle ABC. Now on the graph, AC denotes time interval. AC, what AC will denote? Time interval. This is like if an object travels from A point to B point, this is the time interval. If you people want me to draw the graph on board, then I can explain on the board also. Do you want?
Yes,
this graph? Okay, I'll explain in this. What we have taken on the x-axis?
time.
Okay, so here time, and here its unit is, this is the graph of book only. Okay, unit is minute, and what we have taken on the y-axis?
Distance.
Distance. So distance is measured in what? Kilometer. Okay, it's written in the book. Okay, so the object will start moving from 0 point, and it reaches, as shown in the figure, it reaches to 20 minutes. Then the time is given in 20 minutes, 40 minutes, and then the last 60 minutes. Okay, and here distance is given. What all distances are given? 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers distance, 30 kilometers, and then 40. Okay, so if an object starts moving from here and it reaches somewhat near to this point, it reaches below 10, means approx 8 or 9 kilometer distance it has reached, and the timing will be approx around 15 minutes. Okay, so it is reaching somewhere here, 15 minutes might be here. Okay, so here the minutes start from 0 minute, 1 minute, 2 minute, like up to 20. Okay, so object might have reached somewhere here at 15 minutes, and distance he has covered at 9 kilometer, not the 10 kilometer exact. Okay, and the next distance it covered around 25 kilometer distance it has covered. It's approx somewhere here, 25 kilometers. 25 minutes it has covered, and the distance reaches up to 19. Okay, so it is again 1 point less than 20, means 19 kilometer distance it might have covered. And then the 40 kilometer distance it has covered at 25 kilometer distance. 25 kilometer distance will be here, and it has covered the 40 kilometer distance. These both the points will reach here. Okay, so there will be next here will be this point, and then it has reached up to 55 kilometers. It has reached up to 55 minutes, means somewhat here 55 minutes. Okay, so the object has reached up to 55 minutes, and the distance it has covered is approx 35 kilometers somewhere here, and the distance is 55. So the graph will be, the point will be somewhat here. If we will draw a straight line, the graph will be here. Okay, so we will draw, if we will draw a line, wait a minute, so this line should be like a straight line. Okay, so this is a straight line graph of time versus distance. Okay, so what is explained over there? It's like 40 minutes is the T1 time, and 60 minutes, like suppose this is 55, this is T2 time, like T1 is the initial time, starting time, and the object reaches the final point at T2 time. Okay, so we will join these lines. vertical lines from point A. This is point A and this is point B. Okay, and again we will draw the same line. Okay, so and we will draw some point over here. On this point, this is the O point. Sorry, this is C point, and there if we will join, this will be the difference between these 2 points. Okay, so final minus initial will be the total distance of AC. Okay, so this is like represented over here. Draw a line parallel to x axis. x axis से लाइन पैरेलल ड्रॉ कर दी, AC वाली लाइन x axis से पैरेलल हो जाएगी. ठीक है, from point A and another line parallel to y axis. y axis से लाइन पैरेलल कौन सी हो जाएगी? BC. BC will be parallel to y axis and what will be parallel to x axis? Which line we have drawn? AC. Okay, so this is the graph shown in the book. To form a triangle ABC. What is this triangle name as? ABC triangle. Okay, now on the graph, AC denotes the time interval. What AC will denote? This is AC and it will denote T2 is this time and T1 is this time. So T2 minus T1. Like this is the difference between the two times. Okay, T2 AC represents this and while BC corresponding, and what BC will represent corresponding to the distance S2 and S1. Okay, so here what will be the distance? It's like S1 and here it will be S2. So both the points we have seen. So this BC, what BC will represent? BC will represent S2 minus S1. Here also final distance minus initial distance. Okay, if the object travels from this point to this point. Okay, so yes, S2 and S1 is also clear. How this comes? This BC's value is this much and AC's value is this much. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So we can see from the graph that as the object moves from the point A to B, if object moves from A to B point, if it is reaching, it covers a distance as what distance it has been covered from reaching A point to B point? S2 minus S1 is the distance. Okay, in time, what time it has taken? Which time it has taken?
T2 minus T1.
Okay, the speed v of the object therefore can be represented for this graph and this equation. if कोई सा भी ऑब्जेक्ट ए पॉइंट से बी पॉइंट तक जा रहा है तो उसकी स्पीड क्या होगी? उसने कितना डिस्टेंस कवर किया, कितने टाइम में कवर किया, तो उसको कैसे रिप्रेजेंट किया जाएगा? उसकी स्पीड को v से. ओके, दिस इज द रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ स्पीड. स्पीड इज रिप्रेजेंटेड denoted by v. Okay, so v and we already studied that what is the formula of speed?
Distance upon time.
So we will write distance over here.
Yes.
Distance and time we will write here. So what is the distance?
S2 minus S1.
Very good. And what is the time?
T2 minus T1.
So this is the representation of time for speed for this equation. Okay, if an object travels from A point to B, we can estimate the value of from one point to another point. We will estimate the speed. Here also we can calculate. We can calculate from any point to the other point in such a way. Okay, got it?
Yes.
We will draw the lines parallel and we will draw the respective positions of the object. Then that will be the distance. We can also plot the distance time graph for accelerated motion. For accelerated motion also we can represent by a car in a time interval of 2 seconds. So there is another time graph for distance time graph for a moving car with a non-uniform speed. This is the motion of an object in a uniform speed. Means it is covering the equal distance. There is equal distance in the equal time interval. Like 40 minutes, then 20 minutes, then 40, then 60 minutes. Okay, here also the distance is denoted in equal time interval. So both the things are represented in equal time intervals. Then they are known, and then this motion is known as uniform motion. Okay, And
Yes.
the other graph is given, non-uniform motion graph of a car is given in the book. That graph is also very easy. Time interval is given, time second on the x-axis, like horizontally and vertically. Distance is given in meter. Okay. So if an object is covering the distance first in 2 seconds, the object covered 1 meter distance. And see the graph in the book. If you people don't understand, then I will explain on the whiteboard.
No, ma'am.
Okay, it is very clear now. It's like this only.
Yes.
Only the data is like whatever data is given in the book, we have to represent according to data. We will join the points. Like we have joined the points in such a way, so we have got a straight line. And in the another graph, if we will join the points, that is given in the form of curve. Means the object is moving in a which type of motion?
Uniform motion.
Non-uniform.
Uniform.
Okay.
Okay.
So the distance time graph for the motion of the car is shown in the figure 8.4. Note that the shape of this graph is different from the earlier. Did you notice the graph is different with from the previous graph?
Yes.
Okay, it is like a curve. Curve is drawn like this in that graph. Okay.
Bending curve.
So it is the curved form graph for uniform motion. The nature of this graph shows non-linear variation of the distance traveled by the car with time. Thus, the graph shown in figure 8.4 represents motion with non-uniform speed. Motion with non-uniform speed is represented in the another graph. It's like this, and the graph is moving like this. Okay. So non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. Okay. And here this graph is representing the uniform motion. Okay. So it's clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.